is very intellectual that I'm saying.
I graduated early, so don't think I'm not following. My husband's here.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sami Sampi. Let's talk about the latest episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta right now. So it starts with Drew and her sister. They're visiting a facility because they want to throw an event about mental health awareness. Okay, that's cute because mental health awareness is needed, especially in the Black community. We have tendency to disregard mental illness when a lot of Black people actually suffer from some. Mental illness can go from depression to anxiety to bipolar disorder. There's a lot of array. So I love the initiative. I do wish though that we knew a little bit more about her sister mental illness. All we know is that her sister one day went into a depression or something. She had like an episode. I would like to know more about it as far as like background. Next, we have Sanya and her husband. She want to talk to him and everything, and then this happens here.
Pregnant. This real?
It's real.
Congratulations to Sanya and her husband having a baby. I believe that Sanya is in her 40s, but definitely in tip-top shape. So her being able to get pregnant naturally like that is definitely a blessing from God. I'm so happy for them. We see her announcement to her parents.
Oh my God! What?
And her sister got it right away. She screamed, she was excited. The dad too. The dad is so Jamaican. He's like blah 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 booyaka booyaka booyaka. I love Jamaican, just FYI. And yeah, I love the parents' reaction. Her mom, it took her a minute because she was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" But they finally made it in a way that she finally understood that her daughter is pregnant. So yeah, everybody's excited. They're also telling her that they're all going to go and move around the cement complex. So basically, Sanya is pregnant. She's probably going to need the help, but now she's not going to get the help because her family is leaving. She's going to have to pay for a nanny when her parents are here. Crazy. She didn't play her card right when it comes to that, in my opinion, but at the same time, she's a rich lady. She can afford a good nanny, so whatever. Next, we have Drew and Rav. They're going on a date. It seems that things have been very busy on their side and they haven't had the opportunity to go on date and have some quality time. And it's starting really well. I was happy to see them just vibing with each other, but then the discussion became a little tense.
We got a little problem. Let's be real with you. You're now booked and busy. I've always been busy. I'm gonna step up as much as I can, but there's a bottom line
Babe,
that I gotta
we'll
make sure
figure
of,
that out.
and it's money.
Like you see Todd, he has daddy daycare.
I'm not
Daddy
daddy
be out
daycare.
here.
I felt that Ralph does not respect Drew, and I don't think that he believes that she's smart.
On the frequency of making sure it can reduce the occurrences that they actually happen. This is very intellectual that I'm saying.
Graduated early, so don't think I'm not following.
Something about Ralph that makes me feel like he might be jealous of Drew. Like, I feel like Drew is the type of woman that she's an artist, she's an actress, she's done good for herself. But it seems that she's lacking that self-confidence, and Ralph, it took heed of that. I think that Ralph kind of is jealous of her. Your wife has an opportunity to go and work and bring in money and it's 10 days when she's not going to be around, and you don't want that. And a part of me is like, I would like to know more about what Ralph does. Is he able to take care of the family without Drew having to interfere? Like, what's going on? Because at the same time, Ralph is not really giving me, I can handle taking care of my family on my own. Like, I just want you to, be home and stuff. And then maybe that's not what Drew wants either. But I don't know. There's something about Ralph that makes me feel that he's jealous of her. I feel like he's that type of man that might be in a competition with his wife, and then talking to her about she's not really smart. She's a smart girl. Like, what do you mean? Drew has her ways and everything, but at the end of the day, to be even able to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she's no bum. That's what I got to say about that. It's definitely sad to watch them like that, especially that we know that they're currently going through a divorce. Him not wanting to go to therapy and coming in with excuses. Okay, I do feel that he has a point when he's talking about, yeah, he feels like when you go to therapy too much, maybe it may hinder you from doing the work, but the goal is to go and then do the work. Going to therapy does not mean you shouldn't do the work. I feel like Ralph is not willing to do what needs to be done to get along with Drew. And it's just really sad to see it unfold in front of our eyes. I still have hope for them because we never know. Like sometimes being away from her and realizing that you really had a gem and of a wife and she's a good woman, some people need the distance. Maybe going through that divorce might be a wake up call for him and him realizing that I don't want to get a divorce. I want to do what I gotta do to maintain my marriage, and I got it all wrong. It's possible, y'all. So we'll see. We have Kenzie and Kenya. Kenya done cook. She made the salad and everything. She probably on diet because she's like no carb. I don't know if Kenzie was excited about this, but she ate the food because y'all know Kenzie like her some food. And then Shame come and they all talk. They all catch up. Kenya tell them about wanting to have another child with Mark, so basically using embryo that they had before, and Kenzie is not really for it. They talk about them having a surrogate. It seems that Kenzie and Shamir use the same surrogate. That lady is such a blessing. I'll talk about it and everything. Kenzie doesn't really see eye to eye for it. Honestly, even I'm not sure if this is the best decision, but I do understand why Kenya wants to go that route. I'm not gonna lie, I understand. Talk about that. They talk about Sheree's birthday. Apparently, Martell didn't want to foot the bill, so he asked all the ladies that were invited to foot the bill. And Kenzie was like, "Well, I wasn't invited and everything." And a part of me was like, "How much was that bill?" And when they said $1,500, I'm like, it's not that bad. Like my husband can handle a $1,500 bill. The hell, like, Martell, you need to do better. Then we have Sheree, who is visiting, I think I would say the dog services place. She wants her dog to get washed. And a part of me is like, you cannot do that at home. No, I've been on TikTok a lot watching that dog called Rainstorm. And a mom or his mom, she takes well good care of him. She washes him. She does everything for that dog, y'all. So when I saw Sheree bringing that dog over there to get him to get washed, I'm like, you don't wash your dog? Mind you, I do not have a dog, so I don't really know how this thing works. I don't know if dogs needs to be washed every day or if is it a twice a week situation. But I was looking at Sheree side eye because I be on TikTok and I know how good some dogs are taken care of. Then calls Martell and she's telling us about the relationship, and I'm like, yeah, and we know it's fake. So please excuse us, Sheree. Next, we have Drew and Kenzie meeting because they're having the table read for the movies that Todd is working on. Todd is definitely excited about it. We see a lot of familiar face. We see Drew, we see Sheme, we see Monietta. I wish them luck, man. I'm sure that movie probably will be good. At least the storyline and everything. It seems it's gonna be raunchy. We know that seems like Drew is gonna have a hot scene in there. But yeah, y'all, like I'm happy for Todd. He's definitely working his ass off. Next, we have Drew events, and all the ladies are coming in, even the husbands are there. Ralph, not being able to be a good husband to his wife right away. Like, nah, don't do that. He literally ignored her here.
Hey, bro.
What's happening? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Hey, Tony.
What the hell was that? And Drew is trying to save face so hard. And a part of me wants to tell Drew, you doing that, you putting even more attention on the fact that he came and didn't say hi to you. Like, girl, stop. I know you're trying to fake it for the camera and you want to appear like a united front in front of people, and nothing wrong with that. But you do it once, you don't keep on repeating it. She kept on repeating it. I had to go and kiss him to show everybody they're fine. You don't need to do that. Like, you call him to one time, he don't say nothing, you let it be. Personally, I would have act like nothing and keep moving and then tell him 2 words after. The disrespect of Ralph was crazy. She's saying that since the late date, he has been distant with her, not sleeping with her, and it is a circle basically that they're going through of highs and low. And I cannot even imagine the level of anxiety that Drew has having to deal with a husband like that. So the sister, she gives us a little bit more background on a nervous breakdown and having to go, to a mental health facilities. Really show opening, the eye on that. I just loved everything, the decor of the event, people, the meditation, f- helping them finding ways that they can cope whenever they find that they may get into depression or something. Marlo was there. That was the first time we saw Marlo this episode, and I did not miss her. She came with a bad attitude, talking about it was smelling bad or whatever. And I was like, I could have gone without Marlo. The entire episode she wasn't there, and it was fine. So yeah, Cynthia Bailey was there too. It seems like Cynthia is ready to come back and get her job back now that she's not in a relationship anymore. Then at some point, all the ladies are eating, and Drew opened up to them, and she's telling them that in Portugal she wasn't really in the right mindset, but she has been going through a lot with lawsuit and everything. And I'm like, dude, this is $1,000 lawsuit. So she started telling them how it started being $1,000, then $10,000. But then on the other side, we see Ralph telling his own side, and it's like, your story is not matching. Somebody needs to shut up. I felt like Ralph should have been the one to shut up, but Ralph, he likes to be in the center of the attention, and that's why he's talking too much. Why don't he be like Monieta's husband or like Sanya's husband? He always feel like he needs to talk and be seen. So now production is being messy and comparing both stories that of course are not matching, and it's making Drew look even more bad. So who do you believe though? I believe Ralph, because Drew be lying too much and she always get caught too. So yeah, then Cynthia asked a question. I'm like, look at you, Cynthia, doing your work and stuff. You want to make sure you're talking and stuff. You want to make sure you heard and stuff. And yeah, so they talk, and then it becomes a problem because they bring up the fact that the group is divided, and more Sheree birthday not inviting Kandi being like, girl, I've known you forever, and you invited Marlo, you just got to know. So yeah, obviously Sheree is still mad at Kandi because of she invites Sheree or whatever. So yeah, Sheree still don't f with you, Kandi, because she's still mad at you because you're messing up with the coins, okay? The ladies going back and forth. Monietta decided to come to work and bringing the fact that Courtney apparently may have called Drew a bitch. And it's so funny how now they're not saying that they're cousin, but they're cousin-in-law. There's something about people doing that. Like, that's why me, you always gonna be my in-law. I don't give a fuck. You always gonna be my in-law because people do that. When you're in good term with someone, they're like, oh yeah, she's my sister, she's my cousin. And then when things are not good, oh no, 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 she's my in-law, it's not blood related. I hate when people do that. And I feel like that's what they were doing. Like what Courtney did when she's like, it's my cousin-in-law. Whatever, girl. So yeah, so apparently Nieta is saying that Courtney may have or may not have called Drew a beach, and Courtney is vehemently saying that she did not do that. So everybody is shocked and everything. Production bring back the footage, and apparently Sanya is the one that said that Drew is a beach.
You're a bitch. Do you guys remember that? A bitch?
Said Drew said, and then I said this to her, and I said that to her, and then the bitch asked.
So oh well, so Courtney was not lying on that. So yeah, they go back and forth, and eventually they leave it at that. And Sanya make a big announcement. Sanya loves an announcement. She loves like her Instagram prop. Somebody said, I think it was Kenya, but in general, everybody was extremely happy for her. They all celebrated. It's definitely a good moment. A part of me though was wondering, like, is she at least 3 months pregnant? Because telling all those people you're pregnant and you may be like very early on, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm just saying, like, everybody is different, but things happen. And I would not want people to know that I'm pregnant that early on. See Drew with a counselor, and it's sad. Drew is crying. Her relationship with her husband is not the best. It's always ups and down. They're always going to circle. Ralph is mad at her. He's shutting down on her. He refused to communicate. That is a problem that I've seen for a lot of men, especially black men. They don't like to communicate and they will do all type of things to you, and they do not understand how those highs and lows, it really messes you up. And I think that Drew probably is going through anxiety. Drew said it all. She needs to focus on herself. But I also do believe that prayer is important, y'all. Like, I would pray for my husband. If I was in Drew's situation having to deal with that, I would first make the decision, am I going to stay or not? And once you make that decision, you have to really, like, go as much as you can about it. But we all know that they're right now in the instant of divorce. So it's really, really sad to see. You don't want to see a marriage dissolving after so long. They have children together, family kind of breaking in a way. It's sad, but at the same time, if Drew don't do that, she may end up dying inside, and we do not want that for her. So yeah, it's ending in a very, very sad note. Very, very sad note. I felt bad for Drew because it seems like she really want a marriage to work, but Ralph has issues that he's not willing to work on, and the longer she stays, the longer she's going to hurt herself, and that's just what it is. So yeah, y'all, that was my review for today's episode. Let me all know what you thought in the comment. For those of you that are new, hey, welcome, and I invite you to, and for those of you that have been here with me supporting me, thank you all so much, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.